I bought diamonds from Temu so that you don't have to. Now I've done a couple different videos of buying random rock-related items from Temu to see what we're gonna get and if anything really of quality can come from Temu. So as I was scrolling one day, I happened to see some beautiful diamonds. And I thought to myself, there is no way that these can be real, right? So that's what we're gonna check today. I bought a whole bunch of various types of diamond, moissanite, hemker diamonds, and even this big guy here, which is really just a piece of glass. But to be fair, it did say on the link that this was a fake diamond. So without further ado, let's take a look at what I got. Now the first diamond that I found was this Herkimer diamond. And though these are called Herkimer diamonds, they're technically not diamonds. They are a very hard type of quartz. They're about 500 million years old and a 7.5 on the hardness scale. They are also supposed to be one of the clearest types of quartz, and this one that I got from Temu is not super clear, I will say, but this is another one that I figured we could compare because it is a 7.5 on the Mohs hardness scale, whereas diamonds and moissanites are a little bit less, but diamonds are the hardest mineral that we know of. They are ranked number 10, the hardest mineral in the world. So I figured we could use this also to compare the diamonds that we got. Now, when I was looking at these diamonds on Temu, even though they were cheaper, they were still very expensive. So I saw these moissanites and they were also expensive, but they were even a little bit cheaper than the lab-grown diamonds. So I got 3 different sizes, 3 different ones we're gonna look at. So here is what I got. Now these top 3 are all moissanite. This is a hemker diamond. And then these are supposed to be lab-grown diamonds. And I also got this giant glass one just for fun, but I also figured it would help us tell kind of some differences between these guys. So here is a closer look at this guy. It's got a lot of, I thought that was dirt, but it's like rock hard. So just some sort of other inclusions. Obviously, this is not a very high quality one. It is very, very dirty, but there's that. Okay, this is a marquise. I mean, that is pretty, I'm not gonna lie. And there it is, opened up and out of its little container. Wow. Now, my thought is, could this be a real moissanite? It could. Could it also just be glass? It could. So there's that one. I guess we'll keep it on its little tray. This next one is a cushion cut. Ooh, also very large and in charge here. Look at that. I will say that it is pretty pretty. And here is the 10 carat, the one that I splurged the most on. Ooh, look at, oh gosh, that thing is huge. Now these two are 3 carats and this one is 10 carats. Let's take a look now at the supposedly real diamonds here. And then we're gonna do some tests with all of these to see if they are in fact what they say they're supposed to be. Okay, so I took this first one out. This is a 1/2 carat lab-grown diamond. So one thing that you can notice is with diamonds, they reflect a lot of light, but these moissanites have a lot more color as compared to kind of just the plain flash of these guys. Okay, and I just poured, so tiny, these ones out. These are 0.05 carat lab grown diamonds. So you can kind of see the difference there, 1/2 carat to 0.5 carat, and 5 came in this pack. Now the prices for these diamonds and moissanites just seem simply unbelievable. I could get these 3 carat and up to 10 carat moissanites for under $30 each, which just seems wild to me. For the lab-grown diamonds, the 1/2 carat was $100, which is a lot of money, but still seems very cheap for a 1/2 carat diamond. And the 5.05 carat diamonds, which I got 5 of, were $30 for all 5 of them. Now, I by all means am no expert in testing diamonds. This is the first time I've ever held a diamond like this other than my wedding ring. So I have a couple tests that I think we're gonna try to see if we can determine if these are real diamonds, if the moissanite moissanite is real, Hemiker diamond is real, but there might be better options that I don't test out. So if you are like, oh, you should have tried this would really help, let me know. But what we're gonna try out first is the UV light test. So lots of different minerals fluoresce or glow differently under UV light than they do with natural light. One thing that diamonds are supposed to do, and it doesn't always show this, is they are supposed to fluoresce blue under UV light. Now moissanite usually fluoresces green, yellow, or has no reaction under UV light. So let's compare our two different kinds and see if we can see any sort of differences between the two. So I have two different wavelength flashlights, a short wavelength and a long UV wavelength, and the diamonds will fluoresce better under the short wavelength, but we're gonna try them both out just to see if there's any difference, or maybe one will show the fluorescence a little bit better. So let's try both of these out on our diamonds. Okay, so here is the, I believe, short wave. So let's see if we notice. Oh gosh, I feel like I don't notice anything. Okay, so I moved the moissanite onto this one so that I could have like a black base. For the other ones, oh my gosh, that's so hard to see. I feel like I don't notice anything. Here is the Hemiker diamond. You can see a bit of, I don't know. Oh, there we go. That is pretty. I don't know, it's kind of like a pinkish purple. And let's take a look at the moissanite. Now this should glow either yellow or green, which I do not see at all, or do nothing. So maybe this is kind of the doing nothing. And let's do this bigger diamond. And see, this is supposed to glow blue. That looks pretty pink to me, to be honest. So let's try the other wavelength and see if we notice any different results. Also, look at Rocky over there with his little tongue. Here's what some of these look like under this. Ooh, pretty. But I don't like this one as much. So let's try the bigger UV flashlight with the different wavelength. Okay, the difference is already crazy. Look at how dirty this desk looks. Nasty. But, okay. So here under this wavelength, this is the Hemiker. I'm so bad at saying that. Diamond. Looks very much like nothing. Let's see the moissanite. Oh, okay, wait. Hold on, I had it at an angle where it kind of did look a little bit yellow. I don't know. What do you think? I feel like it's doing nothing. No? Okay. Well, there's that one. And these two. Again, I guess I can see a little bit, maybe look like a little yellow tinge. And let's try out this big guy. Now this should glow blue. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that glows blue? Maybe, I don't know. Okay, I have to say that the UV light experiment was kind of a fail. I personally couldn't really tell the difference between any of them. Maybe I just have untrained eyes. But let's move on to the next test, which is going to be taking a microscope and looking very, very closely at these little diamonds and moissanites. And if they are real diamonds, you should be able to see some imperfections in the stone. Whereas if it was made out of glass, for example, you will see a flawless stone, which if a flawless diamond was really being sold, it would be like super duper expensive, because like flawless diamonds are just not even a thing, because every rock and gem and mineral has some level of imperfection. So let's take a look at the moissanites and the lab-grown diamonds and see if we see any imperfections. Okay, we're gonna look at the big moissanite first, and what we're gonna be looking for is moissanite should have double refraction, which means the light refracts doubly. I guess I don't know how to explain it, but I'll show you. And we're also gonna look to see sometimes moissanite also has like needle-like inclusions. That's usually at a higher magnification. And we might also see some like cloudiness. So let's see if we notice any of that in this big guy, and then we'll look at the other two 3-carat moissanites as well. So here is the big moissanite. Now that looks really pretty for sure. And I'm trying to look to see if we notice any imperfections. So I can definitely see some minor imperfections. This is the front of the stone. Here is the back. Or if any double refractions. Let's zoom it in a little bit and see if we can notice anything else. Okay, so now we're super zoomed in here. And I mean, I can definitely see that it is not a flawless stone. The one thing I don't see is like the double refractions really at all. I don't know. Okay, let's flip it over again. Oh, okay. Okay, so kind of on the end here, it looks like maybe there is some double refraction. I don't know. Okay, let's look at the two smaller ones. This one is the marquise. And again, I see some imperfections. Let's flip it over. Definitely in the stone. So I don't think that this is glass, which is a good sign. But right up in there, I do see a bit of a double refraction in this one. So good sign, maybe? Good sign? Okay, so this one is the cushion cut. Again, I don't know. I mean, yep, there's imperfections. This is the back of the stone and the front. Now, another thing I don't notice is like the needle-like inclusions. It might need more of a magnification for that. So I did see imperfections. I did see a bit of like a double refraction, but yeah, that's another step in the right direction on identifying what these might exactly be. Okay, and here is a super up close look of this guy. Okay, I zoomed it in a bit and I think I see the needle-like inclusions. So do you see, don't those look like needle-like inclusions? I think it does. Oh, okay. So another point for actually maybe being moissanite. Moissanite, yeah. All right, so let's take a look at the supposedly real lab-grown diamonds. So here they are. I have them all kind of together, I know, but let's look at this big one first. Here is the back, and I mean, I definitely do see flaws. Let's zoom it in a little bit on the back, and there is the back of this one. So if there are any jewelers in the comments and you're looking at this going, oh, that is definitely looks like a diamond, or oh, that definitely doesn't look like a diamond, please let me know, because like I said, I'm not an expert in this. I'm just trying to figure it out myself as an amateur. But this is what we are working with. There's the back. I mean, I definitely see flaws. That is definitely not flawless. So I don't think, flip it over, I don't think that this is cubic zirconia. Here is the front. And I also don't think I see any double refractions, so that's another good sign. Let's see if we can get even closer. And there's a little something kind of like right in the middle of the screen there. I don't know, just another kind of imperfection maybe, but there's that. Let's see if I can zoom in anymore. And yeah, I mean, so far it doesn't look to me like it's cubic zirconia or glass, so that's a good sign. Let's look at some of these smaller ones. You can also see flaws in these. Yeah, there's a couple more. Okay, so let's take a look at the Hemiker diamond under the microscope. Now, this I don't expect really anything crazy. I just think it'd look kind of cool to see maybe what some of those little imperfections in the quartz is. Oh my gosh, look at how dirty that is. That is crazy. See if we can find a clearer spot. So here's kind of a bit clearer spot. Wow, that's wild. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. And here is what that looks like even closer. That is crazy. I wonder what that black stuff in there is. It almost reminds me of like tourmaline, but I don't know if tourmaline is in Hemiker diamonds, but that's what it looks like to me. So there we go. Kind of cool, little Hemiker diamond under the microscope. Okay, so now we know what they look like really close up. Another point, honestly, for potentially being real lab-grown diamonds, which kind of blows my mind, to be completely honest. But like I said, I don't know. I'm not an expert. Let's move on to the next test, which is the fog test. So I'm going to blow my breath on them, and if it's a real diamond, it should not fog up very easily, or if it does, it should go away really fast. If it's fake, then the fog is supposed to stay on longer. Again, another hard test to tell, but let's try it out, shall we? Okay, so I'm going to do it under the microscope so that you can see it. So I'm going to blow on these and we'll see if the fog stays, if it's easy to fog or not. Ready? Okay, here we go. Okay, so that definitely fogged. It didn't last very long, but it did fog easily. That was just one breath. Let's move on to our big guy right here. Okay, so this is the 1/2 carat lab-grown diamond. Let's see if this holds the fog. Ready? Okay, let's try, I'm gonna try a different angle. All right, ready? All right, I'm gonna do it again. Let's blow on it, see if it holds the fog. I don't know, that one was hard to tell. I feel like I can see the water droplets on it, but I don't think it really fogged, like the water droplets from my mouth. Let's try it again, ready? That is so interesting. Okay, that was crazy. Was that a crazy reaction? Like, it looked very much like, instead of fog, like tiny little water droplets. Huh, okay. Okay, so now I have the 10 karat moissanite underneath the microscope. I'm gonna blow on it. Let's see what happens. Ready? Okay, I will say that one definitely seemed to hold the fog a lot longer. All right, let's do it again. Ready? Yeah, that one definitely held the fog very easily. Let's look at these next two. Okay, so we have the marquise cut and the cushion cut moissanite. Let's see if they have any fog resistance. Ready? All right, those ones I feel like were less, like they still held the fog, but not for as long. Now I'm gonna compare that to the big glass diamond and we'll see how long this holds the fog, because maybe that will help, like maybe we'll notice a really big difference and be like, oh wow, yeah, that held the fog way longer. Okay, are we ready for this one? I'm gonna have to pull it out of frame and they'll put it back in frame really fast. Ready? Oh wow, okay. I see what that means now. Look, that is not going away at all. I can draw my finger in it. That's how long this fog stays. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's actually super interesting. Like the glass literally just holds the fog. It doesn't disappear or dissipate at all, which is crazy because are these like real? I feel like I cannot believe that. But another point, honestly, in potentially being really what they say they are. I don't know. Okay, so now let's take a look at the Hemiker diamond. I'll try to fog this one up and we'll see if it looks similar to how our diamonds looked or if it looks closer to like the glass, which the quartz should fog up just like the glass does. It doesn't have any special properties that make it fog less. So let's see. Okay, ready? Let's see. Okay, there's my fog, my fog breath. Yeah, see, and it doesn't go away fast at all, and it feels wet. That's so wild. Okay, the next test we're going to do is the read-through test. So if you are able to read newspaper through the diamond, then it is most likely not a diamond because diamonds refract light too much to be able to read through. So let's do that. And this is the newspaper that came with like this big diamond that was wrapped in it. And it's kind of crazy. It's actually in Chinese or Mandarin, or I'm not really sure, but a different language, which I thought was interesting. So I have no idea what this says, but let's see if we can see the Chinese characters in the diamond. All right, let's check it out. Okay, first we're going to do the glass diamond. I'll show you what it looks like looking at the newspaper through the glass. Okay, so here is the newspaper. I found some numbers here, 80%. So 80% of something's going on. But here is with the glass. You can see that clearly. Now it's kind of funny because it kind of moves, like I can't see the 80, but I can definitely see the characters. So that's what it looks like through glass. Let's try it through the moissanite and see if we can see through that. I'm going to start with the big one because I think that that will probably be the easiest to see through. Let's take a look. Here is the moissanite. I cannot see through this. Let's try, I'm gonna flip it over. Oh, maybe if I hold it like that. Oh, a little bit? You can kind of see the characters, but like, I would definitely say I cannot read a newspaper through this. Maybe sideways a little bit. But again, it's definitely refracting a lot of the text. Even upside down, yeah, I don't see much. And maybe it could partly be because of the shine, but okay, I don't see much for the moissanite. Here is the marquise cut. You can kind of see the text. I see the 8 a little bit, but not readable. And here's the cushion cut. Again, I mean, you can kind of see, so you can kind of see the 8 and the 0. So that's what the moissanite looks like. Now, the diamonds are a lot smaller, so I think this is gonna be a bit more challenging to even see through the diamonds to the newspaper, but let's try it out. Okay, here is our big diamond. Oh my gosh, it's so hard to see. Yeah, I mean, I definitely would say that I can't see through it. Let's try the upside down way. Oh, there we go. You can kind of see a little bit maybe through it, but definitely not readable. Huh, okay. So that was the big diamond. Now, I have no idea if we're gonna even be able to see through this tiny diamond, but let's try it. Here's the tiny one. Can I read? Can I read it? I don't know. This is crazy. This is so hard. How do jewelers do this, dude? Okay, so that was that experiment. Again, take it with a grain of salt because I don't know what I'm doing. But let's try. We have one more test to go. Now this last test might hurt some folks at home because we're gonna need to scratch these diamonds. Now, as you know, diamond is the hardest mineral, so it technically should not be able to be scratched. It should be able to scratch many things, but it should not be able to be scratched itself. Moissanite is a 9.25 on the Mohs hardness scale, where diamond is a 10. So technically I should be able to take my diamonds and scratch the moissanite and leave a scratch in the moissanite. But then I should also be able to take the moissanite and the diamond and scratch many different things like glass, ceramic, all kinds of stuff. So let's go ahead and do a scratch test and see what happens. So this is the test that I'm most looking forward to because you can't really deny if it scratches something or not. You will be able to visibly see the scratch. So this little fake diamond is made out of glass. That's about a 5 or 6 on the hardness scale. This is a hemiker diamond, supposedly, but it's definitely for sure quartz. And so this is about like a 6 or a 7 on the hardness scale. Like I said, our moissanite is a 9.5 and our diamond should be a 10. So first I'm gonna take the hemiker, this, and scratch the glass. Hopefully it scratches. That will tell us that yes, this is harder than glass. Then I'm going to take the moissanite, scratch the glass, and then scratch the quartz because it should be able to scratch both. Then I'm going to take the moissanite and try to scratch the diamond. It should not scratch, but the diamond should be able to scratch the moissanite. Okay, hopefully you followed all of that. Let's try it out. Okay, here we go. We have our glass. I'm like, I don't want to scratch right here. Is that crazy? I'm going to scratch this part right there. Okay. So hopefully it scratches it. Oh yeah. Look at that. Easily. Okay. So this quartz is definitely harder than our glass. Let's try the moissanite now. Ready? We'll scratch right here. Oh, wow. Okay. That was really easy to scratch. Okay. So that one definitely scratches. This is the cushion cut. That scratches. This is the marquise. Oh yeah, okay. There we go. So those all scratched. Let's move over to this flat plane. Here's my 0.5 carat diamond. Oh my gosh, this is so hard to do. There we go, okay. Oh yeah, big old scratch there. And maybe you'll be mad at me, but I'm only gonna do one of these tiny diamonds because they're so tiny and I'm scared to lose it. And I'm just gonna rub it on here. Oh my gosh, okay, that took forever. I was trying to like literally push it into my finger so that I could get the point, but it did scratch. Where did it scratch? It was right there. See right there? I finally did get it to scratch. Okay, so now we know that all of these are harder than glass. Now I'm going to take the moissanite and I'm going to try to scratch the hemiker diamond and then use the diamond to scratch the hemiker diamond. It's getting worse each time I say it. I cannot get that right. Herkimer? Is it Herkimer? Okay, moving on. Let's try it. We have this nice flat surface here. There's a bunch of lines on it though, so I think I'm gonna try for right here. So let's take I'm gonna go for the cushion cut one and see if we can get this to scratch. Oh yeah, okay, you see that? Okay, it's fine, it's fine. See the scratch? So that definitely scratches, which means it is harder than the Herkimer diamond. This is the actual diamond, lab-grown diamond. Oh yeah, that scratches for sure. Here's the big 10 carat one. Yup. Easy as pie. And the marquise gut. And yep, scratches just as well. I'm gonna try the tiny little diamond. This is gonna not be fun, but just bear with me now. There, okay. Right there, no scratch. Got it. Okay, so they all scratched the Herkimer diamond. Now the moment of truth. Let's see if the moissanite scratches the diamonds or if the diamonds can scratch the moissanite. This is kind of crazy. I was not expecting this. Let's try it out. So I'm gonna use the big moissanite and the big diamond. So let's see if this will scratch. Ooh, that scratched so easily. I feel like, would it really scratch that? Okay, let's do another one. Really scratch it in there. Yeah, look at that. Would it really scratch that easy if they're like not that far away in hardness? But you can see just teeny tiny bit there. Oh, there we go. You can see the scratches. Wild. Now I have a lot of faith that this is not as hard as this because it scratched. So I'm just gonna go ahead and scratch the surface, use the moissanite and literally scratch the surface of this diamond. Okay, I'm pushing really hard. It doesn't feel like it's doing anything. Okay, let's see. Nothing. What? I'm blown away. What? Did I really just buy diamonds from Temu? What? What? Okay, so the moissanite could not scratch the diamond, the lab-grown diamond, but the lab-grown diamond could scratch the moissanite, which would be accurate if that's really what they are, which is crazy because I'm gonna tell you, I'm a little biased. I'm not a Temu lover, I'm not. But every test that I've done has honestly kind of pointed these to actually being what they're supposed to be. Now that UV light test, I feel like didn't do that really, but I feel like, I don't know, it was kind of a fail overall. But honestly, I don't know what to think. I was ready to sit here and tell you that they're all fake, they're made of glass, it's cubic zirconia, but I have not been able to prove that. So I don't know, somebody please, if you're a jeweler, if you know anything about diamonds, anything about moissanite, and you saw this video, please tell me in the comments, do you think that these are real? That's crazy. I cannot believe that. I can't. So that's my summary. I have no idea, but that was a fun experiment, I will say. Should you buy diamonds from Temu? I'm still gonna say no because that's crazy. But maybe it's not as crazy as I thought. Wow. Okay, clearly I'm all over the place, but I hope that you liked this video. As you can tell, I'm very, very shocked, very surprised. If you like this kind of content and you want to support me over on Patreon, I've just lowered the membership prices and you could potentially win a rock every single month, which is pretty cool. And it just started like a whole new community where you can like talk to each other in this like Discord type thing and send each other pictures of cool rocks, and I think it's really fun. So if you're interested, go ahead and check it out. It's a really fun area to join the rock fam. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you like this, and I'm gonna sit and contemplate what really went down the last about half an hour. Anyways, have a great rest of your day. Bye!